Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today is going to be a really fun read about, is somebody watching you, crushing on you, thinking about you, and we'll find out where they're doing this, if they're going to approach you, if there's any time frames, things about maybe their personality or something you might notice, because they may be in your office space, they may be in your school. So we're going to really tap into that and have some fun. And we have three choices. We have manifestation, which is prosperity, fortune, and pure intentions. We like those. That's very nice. And then we have a beautiful reflective truth, identity, self-love, and acceptance. And then we have a sacral portal, creativity, intimacy, and inhibition. That's always nice when you're just feeling, exactly who you are, happy and proud, loving, relaxed, content, and you're just your natural self. I feel like that's when people really notice you, when you're being silly and just kind of confident and having a good time in life. That's when people notice you. Okay, so we're going to start with number one, manifestation, prosperity. It's funny how lots of times we can manifest this attention in so many unique ways. It's like just doing little things like sketching and somebody notices it. Something that we do, maybe the way you put your hair up, or your fidgeting with a pen, pencil, whatever, a unique quality, like carrying a crystal in your pocket and showing other people, something that's quirky and fun. So let's see. I'm going to pull one of these. So you have the Raven right now. I'm going to hold it up close. It's about magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. I feel like the person who is watching you and crushing on you, you actually are going to run into them in a very kind of mystical way. I feel a lot of these people right now through this, it's a distance type thing I'm seeing right now. It's either somebody at a further away desk at your university work, someone who may pop in and or on social media where they're seeing you and they're loving your memes and your posts and your photographs of you, and they're really admiring what I'm going to do, what I call the fan process. I really like that with this, where I just fan them out and I pull from them after I shuffle them. I feel like they're kind of admiring you from afar, and you may notice that they're going to hit you up very soon and drop you a DM or something. Yeah, look at this moon energy. It's very mysterious, but they're planning to definitely come say hello and see what's up. All right, look at this beautiful energy. New cards tend to slide all over the place. We have this gorgeous Empress energy. Oh, sorry, Hierophant. Okay, so let's have a peek here. Yeah, this particular person is kind of in the shadows, in the periphery, and they are definitely keeping an eye on you, and they find you to be very attractive. The ones on social media, they think you're very entertaining, really super cute. And I feel like they're going to drop you some DMs or start liking your stuff and then putting little hearts and putting little fun things by that, things that they're trying to get your attention, because this awareness, you're going to start to be aware of them with this High Priestess energy. And they're also planning to write something substantial to try to communicate with you in a let's get together way. Also, the people at university and work too, I feel like they may possibly be dropping a note by your desk or asking you out for coffee, or bringing up a conversation, perhaps something on your desk or on your knapsack or on your bag or something. If you have a pin or something that they can relate to and start a conversation piece on, maybe your earrings, a piece of jewelry, a crystal, something you're wearing that they find highly relatable and that can be an opening gambit for a conversation piece. Because some people, they get a little stuck and they get worried about how they're going to be perceived, and not in this case. It's like they see you as this very open, sweet person too, that isn't going to be critical. And I love this. And this particular person has some immense beauty about them. I feel like their face structure is very gorgeous, big, bright, beautiful, open eyes, very good looking, and they're a bit of a social butterfly, but when it really matters to them, like what you think, they're a little more cautious because they're using a little awareness, because what you think about them and how you'll react to them is very important. So they're using some caution. But I definitely feel like this is going to happen in under a month process. I see this as being days, 25 days too, where, they just approach you and say hello. And I feel like once they feel comfortable, you'll see this really beautiful, relaxed, happy person that's very excited. They're very creative, amusing, and playful. And you'll be happy that they popped over. But yeah, it's a mystery to you too. So when they do pop up, it's going to have that wow factor of, oh my goodness, and also they're going to be rather stunning too. And you're kind of secretly manifesting this by just being optimistic, happy, and hopeful, and drawing this energy to you, which I love. Group 1, beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read or anything, there's a ton of information down there. Okay, we also have the reflective truth, identity, self-love, and acceptance. I feel at this time too, you're feeling much more like you're much more secure and content with how life is going. So that means you're much more trusting and confident out there, but you're also quite discerning on who you're going to spend time with, but also, proud of who you're becoming. And you're surprised at some of your capacities in life to be able to deal with things fluidly and beautiful. You're not, you don't feel bewildered anymore. You don't feel inadequate. You don't feel overwhelmed. You've just stepped into this really hopeful, creative, energetic time of life where, you're mastering what's going on, where you're going, and you have a lovely sense of, see, I thought you would have something along the lines of the luck, industriousness, and sweet victory card. You're feeling things are becoming more optimal, more wonderful, and you feel stimulated to do new things, be playful and be happy of what you're putting out in the world and your offerings. And you do feel, you will, if you haven't yet, this really lucky phase that you're going into. And because of that, and you just smiling, I feel that captures someone's attention. Again, I feel like this is in school, in the workplace. And it's just one of those things where it's like you're walking by someone, some conversation starts, they have been admiring you, but they've been waiting for that window to approach you where it doesn't seem predatory or stalkerish, just something sweet, like you'll drop something and they'll pick it up for you and they'll start a conversation and they'll be like, oh, are you in this department or are you in this class? And they'll just start this kind of unique conversation because again, you'll have something that makes them feel like they can have an adequate conversation with you over something that you're either wearing or carrying because they're waiting for a respectful way to approach you because they don't, they're not a super daring person. I mean, when you get to know them, they're very fascinating and they're very, very cool, but it's one of those things where they're pensive on the approach because they don't want to seem silly. So let's see what might be going on with this. We'll give these a shuffle. Yeah, see, with the Knight of Swords, they're giving it a lot of thought. They think about you all the time, what you might be doing, what you might do for fun. Oh yeah, you got the Sun card. So yeah, this looks very optimal and taking place. I definitely feel like there will be an approach, especially with the Queen of Wands, and that's kind of how they envision you and see you. Somebody who's just really got their act together, is very, I almost said salty, solid, together, fun, social, and a little, elevated taste, really kind of fun dresser, has a cool approach to that. And what they're trying to do is position themselves like the Knight of Swords, where they have something to offer, like a deliberate kind of conversation where it just doesn't seem like someone who's trying to, kind of be, they're very concerned about appearing like stalkerish for whatever reason, because I do feel like they've probably checked out and looked for you on social media too, and they just feel like they'd much rather just know you in person and have a nice conversation. And I feel like you might be aware of who this person is as well when they come up to you. They're very cheerful and they're a nice individual, peaceful and calm and everything, so you can feel, like you'd be comfortable around them. And oh yeah, see the movement card. So they are going to take a movement towards you, and I feel like this is days on these cards, so under a month. I feel like they definitely are. You'll Feel some clues too of them looking at you. You know where you have that feeling where you look up and somebody's looking at you and they look away? That's all part of life, but it'll be like where you really feel their eyes on you and they'll smile. So there's this connection being made. And I love that the Sun card is here. That means, you know, that's something it's going to provide you with warmth and make you feel good and make you feel cherished. And it's a lovely match. But I definitely feel like they're going to take the leap here. They feel a connection. So allow yourself to just sort of open up and absorb that power of each moment of somebody being like attracted and fascinated by you. And, you know, it never hurts to just say hello and have a little meaningful conversation with somebody to get to know them. A lot of people are just, you know, they're so quick to go, oh, well, they don't have this, and they check that off the list. You know, they have to have whatever. It doesn't matter. They could have such amazing capacities in other areas of their life that, you know, if they're not the best looking, if they're not the smartest, if all of that, we never actually know. But I definitely feel with this card right here that they are physically attractive. You know, the Sun card, I always think of, you know, just someone with a beaming great smile, flowering spirit, feeling really strong and good. And yeah, I feel like there's going to be these subtle energies that bring you together, and that's really beautiful. I like that. Crashing. So that's you, group 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe if you like this video. I just thought it'd be a fun, cute Saturday topic to cover, and I like that a lot. And all my links are down below if you need a private read or anything else. Everything is available down there. And thank you guys for watching and subscribing. I so appreciate it. So we're going to go on to the Sacral portal, which is creativity, intimacy, and inhibition. Okay, these people, I definitely feel heavily are distant watchers, because although it's saying inhibition, I feel like some of these people they feel a little kind of like shy and a little bit you know, guilty of watching you so much on social media, or chasing you and trying to find out more about you on social media. And you'll notice more and more. I'm just gonna have a sip of coffee real quick. I wanted to film outside, but there's so many allergies, and yesterday I did yesterday's read outside, and about halfway through I could just feel my eyes burning, and it was affecting my ears and throat. So I'm just going to kind of try to stay inside today until things get balanced, because it was really rough. And a lot of you guys were commenting that you were going through the same thing as well. So yeah, I feel with this, they're, you know, they don't have an inferior complex, but they do feel a little inferior to you. Like they feel you just have everything that you could ever possibly want. You know, that you are kind of this shining example of, you know, like almost like you're accepted in every circle. You fit in with ease and grace. Like they almost feel like you possibly wouldn't notice them. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, see, that's how they envision you, this beautiful Queen of Cups, where you're so emotionally together, you have a sense of humor, you're so cute, you're fashionable, all of that, and that, you know, you wouldn't bother to give them a second chance. And it's not like they don't have confidence, but sometimes when somebody just really is crushing on somebody else and they think and feel that person is their ideal, there'll always be some strange inferiority complex that comes in, because they're like, oh, I couldn't possibly measure up, right? But this person absolutely has their act together. I mean, they're a 10 of Pentacles. They could possibly be an earth sign. They're someone who's worked for what they have, and they, you know, they've acquired some independent wealth as well. But you can have money but not have love. You can have, you know, you can have love and not have money. You can have a lot of things and think that you need more of something or whatever at any given time, right? It's where our focus is. It's where our gratitude is. And like money doesn't mean a lot to them. Yes, it offers them choices and stability and all of that. But then again, a lot of people ask themselves, does somebody want to be with me for my money, right? Or does somebody want to be with me for my looks? Or what do I have to offer? Ooh, look at this. I feel like too that a new opportunity for them to meet you is going to come up, or introduce themselves to you, and they're going to take that. You know, this beautiful Ace of Wands moment is about passion, being driven by passion. You know, and half the movies out there are really that's what their stories are about. You know, that person that you run into where they just absolutely, they can't help themselves, but they'll stop and introduce themselves. And you know, after they've kind of admired you from afar for a little while, that nothing beats the real thing, and having a conversation and getting to know you. So I do feel like you're going to get some hits on social media, or somebody coming right up to your desk, or you in a hallway and someone introducing themselves and just saying, hi, I noticed A, B, and C, and starting this great conversation, because I do feel like they're an excellent conversationalist. I feel like they probably are an earth sign, which is very practical. They're like, you can't sit there and pull something out of thin air unless you make a move. Oh, I like this too. So you have the cat too. So they're a very independent person. They have been since youth. And, they have healthy boundaries. They're very respectful of people. They just really have their act together. But in this one thing, you'll notice with anything, think of any of your friends that are crushing on somebody or they're interested in them. They almost get giddy, right? All these strange behaviors pop up, right? Insecurity, acting crazy, feeling frustrated. They get jealous of other people in their life, even though they don't really know them that well. They're critical, skeptical. They have all these insecurities and things, because that's the one thing. Do what I have to offer? Is that something that, is substantial enough for them in their interest? It's very sensitive. It's very personal. So that's why people get so overwhelmed by this, right? But I think this person will go down daring avenue and introduce themselves. Especially with this overriding passion card, because they do have a lot of passion. And it's funny how we can create this envisionment process of this person in their life and what they might be doing and all this stuff, right? And half the time people can actually be out there slaying it and doing all remarkable things, but then people have some normal, ordinary moments in life where they just relax and they chill out and they daydream about other people and what their lives might be like. All of that, it's all part of that wonderful interconnectedness. So I'm really loving this energy for you, group 3. That's really wonderful. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you need a private read, or if you'd like any expansion on this. My Etsy store, everything is down there. My Patreon, just hit the little gray arrow and everything will pop up. So love and light. I'm very excited. I'm going to go upload for you guys.